Okay, because this film, I went with my son. My son actually dragged me to the theater to go see Mufasa, the Lion King. A Lion King story, a Lion King prequel story, live action. Right. And this movie, right, it had a tremendous budget. What's that?
That was your mistake right there, going to see it.
Yeah, I mean, what could I do? What could I do? I'm not, I'm a good mommy, James. I'm a good mommy.
Yeah.
$200 million budget on this film, which they got back. It has actually done very well. It's made over twice its budget, just under $500 million worldwide so far, making it one of the top grossing films of 2024. But James, and just looking at this film, right, it's one of these live actions, hyper CGI, super digital, 4, 5, 6K. I don't know how many Ks you can get in there, but there's so many pixels that your brain cannot comprehend. I couldn't look at this movie. Not only could I not look at this movie, it made me physically ill looking at this movie. And I'm not saying that to be facetious or sarcastic. Like, literally, I got a headache and motion sickness from watching this movie, and so did my 4-year-old, who's now 5. Desi turned 5, by the way. Yeah. Happy birthday to
congratulations.
my soon-to-be kindergartner. But in the middle of the movie, she comes over, she's cuddling me, she's like, I don't feel good, I've got a tummy ache. And I can tell you exactly what it is. It's because the camera never stops moving, right? Yeah. And it's a fake computer camera looking at a fake character on a fake computer background, and everything is in constant motion with, like I said, billions of pixels that your brain can barely comprehend, and it's like you're always moving and it's going so fast and you can't even focus on the characters because even the background is so detailed. Like, everything sort of blurs together. It just, oh my god, I felt like I was on a spinning roller coaster ride that wouldn't stop, and I'm trying to focus on the story, but I can't keep my eyes open.
I like how
I don't know if you've ever experienced
to the story
that
yet. Like, that, we're just talking about, like, visually taking this in through our retinas is a incredible experience.
Just being able to physically look at it with your eyeballs was very, very difficult for me. And my daughter, I'd say, the story is decent enough. You've got you've got the original cast back. You've got 93-year-old James Earl Jones back doing the voice of old Mufasa in some of the flashbacks.
He's dead, right? Like, they got him before he died?
Is he dead? I thought he was 93. I thought he was still alive.
No, he's dead.
Hold on.
James Earl Jones is dead.
He does not reprise his role. You're right.
So here's the thing, too. Disney, we talked about this, too. He actually gave Disney the rights to his voice. So maybe they used, like, another actor and then put, like, his voice software over that actor. Maybe that's what's going on.
That's so Darth Vader. That is so Darth Vader. And that is so... I want to say cringe, but also... seeing as this is like a CGI abomination, it makes sense. But also that's also kind of nauseating, don't you think? I thought he must have died.
No, we had an episode dedicated to him, I believe.
Wow, I'm the worst. Can we reshoot this? Can we re-record this? So I don't...
Oh, absolutely not. This is staying in.
Guys, I'm just a person, okay? We do this podcast for fun. Those kids, I got 2 kids upstairs. They're taking all of my brain cells. But I was gonna say it didn't sound quite like him. Is kind of where I was going, and I thought it was because he was 93, but it's actually because he was dead and digitized.
They went to. I was gonna be blasphemous. They went to his grave and just took a mic, like, just a little more
down
James.
into the.
Just a little
into the
bit
casket and said go.
Just 2 minutes, and we'll leave you alone.
Oh my god. Come on. Let the man rest. Let the man rest. Let sleeping lions, let dead lions lie.
Yeah.
But look, the story was good enough. We've got the prequel. We've got... This is not too much of a spoiler, but it starts with Simba. It actually starts with Simba and Simba's children. And they're being told the story of their grandfather by Timon and Pumbaa. And Timon and Pumbaa, you know, they've got their brand of humor. All of this could have worked so much better if it was just a cartoon. If it was just a traditional cartoon in the same style of the original, I feel like this would have been so much more enjoyable to watch. And but the way that it was, like, I'm looking at these hyper realistic, like, warthog and whatever the hell the other one is.
Meerkat.
And they're doing their shtick. They're doing their slapsticky shtick. And it just doesn't fit together. James, none of this is fitting together. It's all AI nonsense, and I don't like it, and it made me sick to both my stomach and my soul. But for some reason, it did really well in the box office, and a lot of people like this, but you know what? I don't like it. So I'm just gonna go out there and say no more. Like, I don't know, Jay. You didn't even want to watch it, right?
Of course not. No, of course not. I've forbidden everybody I know to watch it. And you deliberately disobeyed me. And what's worse, you put Nikki in danger.
All right, Darth Vader, chill.
That was Mufasa. Let's see.
Deliberately disobeyed me. Well, same voice actor. I'm failing so hard in this episode, guys.
No,
please,
you're great. I love it.
Subscribe to the Hub on Hollywood.
We're gonna clip this.
And don't
we're gonna clip this
come
and put it in
me,
a TikTok. No, my thing is that, you know, the Lion King remake was not. People didn't really love it either. It made $1 billion, but people really didn't. Yeah, it made $1 billion, but people didn't like it. They were complaining about how too realistic it was, how uncanny it was, but that didn't stop people from watching it. The Fast and the Furious movies, notoriously not that good, but it makes $1 billion. The Transformers movies, notoriously bad movies, but they make $1 billion. So I'm not surprised that this movie also made a lot of money. So it's just the state of our society at the moment.
It's society's fault. It's people's fault. It's America's fault.
America, thank you, America. But let me ask you, what did you think about the tool of it being told, the prequel being told, like, by Rafiki and Timon and Pumbaa to Beyonce's daughter, Blue Ivy, who's playing Kira? Like, was that necessary? I think they just needed Beyonce back and, like, Donald Glover back, right? And, like, is that why that they did this? I don't know.
Well, you know what? I think it offers a little bit of relief to the children in the audience who are watching what is sometimes a little bit too intense and sort of violent of a backstory. And it kind of breaks up the story in a way and provides comedic relief that makes it a little bit more digestible for the children in the audience. And as a plot device, you know, as a way of storytelling, it's fine. You know, like I said, I think it would have been a lot more effective as a cartoon. But otherwise, it was decent. It's fine. It was fine. I had no problem with that part.
Yeah, if your eyes were closed and you're just listening to the movie, then you should be fine.
I can't believe I couldn't even look at the screen. And it wasn't because of my principles, even though I was violating those as well. Yeah. I don't know what else to say.
What were your thoughts on the music? Because there is one song that's gone viral for how bad it sounds, and that's the Brother song. Don't talk about my brother. He's my brother. Where is my brother? Like, what is up with that? Like, that's gone viral on TikTok and, like, Instagram as being like, what are we watching right now?
It's not as bad as the Bye-Bye villain song, where the villain is literally just singing... do 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 bye bye do 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 bye bye. Like,
I need to watch this now on YouTube. Just that clip.
No,
but Lin-Manuel Miranda did these songs, right? But they are not good. Is that right?
I think. God, I love Lin. These didn't maybe land on all fours like a kitty cat should.
Yeah, he wrote several songs for it, including Tell Me It's You, Bye-Bye, I Always Wanted a Brother, We Go Together, and Brother Betrayed.
You know
the
what?
thing is, yeah.
Here's my observation. Lin-Manuel's brand of music, which is more like rap, hip-hop, fusion, doesn't quite fit in with the kind of soundtrack that you would expect or, want from a Lion King movie, right? You want, and you want like that huge soundscape and these big, overwhelming soundtrack pieces of art. Whereas I think Lin-Manuel's brand is a few steps down from that, right? It's not
more theatrical, more for Broadway.
Right. More theatrical and less like whole orchestra. That's my observation. What do you think?
I mean, again, from what I've heard, it just doesn't sound good at all. And I was going to say also, when the trailer came out and we talked about it on the Hub on Hollywood, I remember pointing out there's a part in the trailer where Taka, whatever, he's like, I've always wanted a brother. And like in the trailer, the word brother, I always wanted a brother, like that repeats 3 times in the trailer by itself. And I remember hearing that. And I'm like, what the heck is this? I may pull the clip up right now of me talking about that. But I was like, what is that? What are we doing here? And then when this song came out and they're like, I have no idea what happened. This doesn't sound like like the Lion King or anything that should be in the Lion King. Goodness. Well, should people watch this in the movie theater? Should they wait for Disney Plus? Should they do what James does and exile it, banish these movies to the afterlife? I don't know.
Banish them from the Pride Lands. Banish them from the Pride Lands. Do not deliberately disobey James.
There we go.
Just don't. Because the consequences are apparently dire. I don't know. Yes, banish. And hey, can we all collectively come together and just agree that these movies suck so that they stop getting made and they stop making billions of dollars? I want to see more Fall Guys.
Jamie, this is partly your fault.
Me?
You went to go see it. You went to go see it. You paid money to see the movie.
My child made me do it. I love my child.
You are bigger than your child. You can hold your child down.
I'm bigger than my child.
You can physically restrain him, I'm
Next time I will break his heart. I will be like, no, we're teaching you better in this household.
And they will make a Mufasa prequel too. I guarantee it. If every parent in America held their child down and said, no, we're watching Lilo and Stitch, the original one, or watching the original Lion King, or even like the animated sequels, Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, or Lion King 1.5 with Timon and Pumbaa, and those are fun movies. Like that's what you should do. That's what parents in America should do. Unite and ruin these studios' chances or having them think they can keep doing this and getting away with it. It's not fair.
We need a support group, and we will, we're going to make this happen. We're going to make this happen, James. We're going to get everyone together.
United we stand. Divided Disney rises.
Ooh, I like that. They're going to come for us now.
Well, let us know what you think. Those who are watching us on YouTube or listening to us on any of the major podcasting streaming services, have you seen Anora? What are your thoughts? Do you love it as much as I do, or do you think it's just another okay movie? Those who've watched Mufasa, why do you hate Mufasa? Tell me. Why do you regret going to the movie theater and watching it? Tell us.
Because there's no other option, right?
Absolutely. That was fun. This is fun. But let's know what you really think. If you enjoyed Mufasa, let us know. Maybe we're wrong.
We're never wrong. We're never wrong.
Except for the time we thought James Earl Jones was still alive. Other than that time, we're never wrong.